In a weird way, it feels kind of comfortable that this game is in a 4:3 aspect ratio. It feels very old-fashioned and classic. No fucking widescreen support here. The Bering Sea is extremely rough. The bone-chilling wind is roaring and the Black Sea is swirling under a cloudy sky. Even though it is July, it feels like it's freezing. Occasionally, the tips of the waves that hit the hull splash onto the deck. The Aleutian Islands only have around 10 days of clear weather each year, and most of the time it's cloudy or storms. Is that true? I mean, are these islands real in the first place? I don't know, please. I'm an idiot, but please educate me. No one knows everything, right? If you know everything, hats off to you. It's hard to believe that this is summer weather. How much worse would winter be? I don't even want to think about it. I think with extremes like that, it tends to just be constantly bad. You don't really notice the difference, I guess. A week after I visited the Higgins mansion, I flew from New York to Unalaska with a Seattle transfer. The ship set sail from Unalaska and is now on its way to Shironagasu Island. It's about the same size as a ferry for hundreds of passengers, a 3,000-ton class luxury passenger ship. It's mind-boggling that this is a private ship. Ooh. I tried to use my GPS. I can't get it to work. I can't seem to find any satellite radio waves. I guess Shironagasu Island is not real, okay? Just in case you thought I did think that. I'm just wondering about the Aleutian Islands. Perhaps there's a GPS jam or something like that on this ship. Are they allowed to do that? I mean, don't they need to be tracked themselves or something? I guess they really don't want anyone to find out where the island is located. Very suspicious. I should be on my toes. Things will absolutely get ugly if they find out who I really am. I should also keep in mind that someone might try to harm me. Weird way to cut that sentence. Anyway, I should head back inside. I'll catch a cold if I'll stay out here. I'm curious to how this game resolves itself. It's a mystery after all. I wonder if there's like gonna be some actual choices to make, different endings and stuff. So I don't know if it's a kinetic novel, strictly, story-wise, because we had some choices before. There was a point-and-click segment, obviously. Phew, it's much warmer inside than on deck. Who the fuck is that on the sofa? It looks like she's missing her body. It's just a clump of hair. It's It's not Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. What was the hair monster called? Fester is the one with the bald one. Anyway, can't believe that this is summer weather here. This weather is seriously messing with my senses. Oh, I'm supposed to click, sorry. Wow, there's even a bar. There's no bartenders, I guess I'll have to be self-service. Better than that. I might have a drink later. Oh, it's dark on deck, but the lighting inside makes the ship interior nice and bright. If it wasn't for the shaking, you could mistake this for a hotel. Ceiling lights sure bright. Might have to throw up if I do. Ship is rocking back and forth. A piano? Too bad I don't know how to play it. Did someone say that she could play the piano? I think her name was Nene something. Can't seem to remember. Yeah. Don't see any other passengers. They're probably in another lounge or in their own private cabins. All these areas look the same. There's a picture back here. There's an emergency exit, I guess. Like, do you need emergency exits on boats? Like, do they need to, like, where do they lead to? The deck? Maybe? Well, I guess, yeah, in case, like, ship sinks or something, you don't really want to be inside. Or perhaps they're trying to avoid contact with the other passengers. Don't see any others. Okay, like, obviously we have to click her, right? Huh? Looks like some kelp ended up inside the ship. Probably because of the stormy weather. There must be one or two pieces of kelp there. Nothing strange about it. Oh, the sea kelp's speaking. What the? Did the kelp just say something? Maybe I'm just imagining things. Must be exhausted. I could have sworn that the kelp was talking. It's a big piece of kelp. I don't think I can make a good soup base with it, though. Ikeda, I'll kill you. Oh, oh my god. Like, she either, you know, or she's really unwell. Ouch. Hey, stop kicking me. I'm on the verge of death, and all you do is make fun of me. Stop exaggerating, you're just seasick. Oh, it's a nice touch that they added blinking. She did just blink, right? I didn't imagine that. Yeah, okay, she did. Fuck me, that would have been weird if someone watched this video and there was no blinking at all. And then writing a comment, Lando, are you going crazy? She's not blinking. What are you talking about? Which might still happen. I might still imagine this. Stop exaggerating, you're just seasick. Come to think of it, I don't remember asking you to tag along in the first place. Didn't I tell you to stay in New York? And I'm already starting to regret that I followed you. Good grief. Okay, listen up. I'm Taro Higgins, the son-in-law of Roy Higgins. You have to pretend to be my younger sister. Got it? Aren't you overdoing it a bit? Why are you using a fake name? For better or worse, my real name is too well known in New York. Someone might figure out who I am if they hear my real name. Ooh, look at Mr. Big Pants here. So I have to be careful. You're so full of yourself. Hey, I'm not taking any chances, alright? We have to be careful. Yeah, you told me that several times already. Be a good girl then. Hey, are you okay? Oh my god, can I click her tummy? I can see your belly. So, it's just my belly. You could catch a cold, yeah, come on, cover up that shit, please. Her hair is such a mess. Is she trying to set a record? Come to think of it, does look like kelp. Smells like it too. Were you just having a private joke at my expense? No, I was just sniffing her hair. What? No, of course not. Can I click her hair again? Is there some kelp stuck in there? What? That just sounded very nasty. No, you're just imagining things. I was only asking if you're feeling okay. You're shady as always. Can I click her eye? You're having it rough, aren't you? Of course, you idiot. Wipe the drool from your face before you talk. It's grossing me out. Is it drool though? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm too exhausted to wipe it. Let me wipe it for you. You're right, kelp? I mean, Neneko? If you ever tease me again, I will skin you alive. What's with you all of a sudden? I'll eat your liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Or is it Chianti, I guess? Yes. the weird giggling of hers, it's so endearing. Like, it really helps her character. It gets the point across that she's pretty awkward and pretty weird. Like, it is a trope, okay? I do realize that. She's like the typical shy, neat, but smart anime girl, but it's just cute. I really like that. Like, sometimes I like a good cliche, I guess. How can you say such terrible things to someone you always looked up to? Why don't you throw up whatever is floating around inside your stomach? I'm sure that would make you feel a bit better. Can I throw up here? No way. Hang on, let me get a bucket. Just as I'm about to leave, 2 passengers appear. Neneko immediately switches back to pretending to be kelp. Oh. Who are you? Oh, I don't believe we've met. My name is Akira Edgeworth. Oh, that name rings a bell. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. This is my attendant, Giselle Reed. The pleasure is all mine. I'm Taro Higgins. Roy Higgins' son-in-law and Ada Higgins' husband. That feels very, like, very fake if you say it like that. Akira Edgeworth, huh? Guessing from her name, I'd say she's probably Scottish. She's rather young, about the same age as Neneko. Don't make any sexy jokes, Lambda, okay? Her tenant Giselle, though, not sure where she's from. Perhaps she's biracial? I ask her, hey, are you bi? I see you're a relative of Mr. Higgins. There has been chatter about you on the grapevine. A pleasure to meet you. Akira looks at me attentively. She appears to be suspicious of me. I'm sure my cover would have been blown if I hadn't spread some false rumors in advance. Oh, that's why there's some, like, talk in the grapevine, I guess, as she put it. What do you know about the island? Why didn't Mr. Higgins come himself? My father-in-law has been under the weather recently. That's why he asked me to go instead. He said that I'm trustworthy enough. Or should I say that he didn't entrust this to anyone else? The wealthy have many enemies. You understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. It appears that my father also has a lot of enemies. Despite his terminal illness, he still hangs to his position and honor. It's quite absurd. Young lady, we should not discuss this matter any further. Yes, you're right. I'm afraid I've said too much already. They always do. They always say too much. I do hope that Mr. Higgins will recover soon. Yeah, your father, like, terminally ill, I hope. Maybe he dies soon. Then he gets, released from his burden. I don't know. It's a very morbid thing to say. It was a joke. Okay, I tried to pull it off as a joke, but it didn't work. Thank you. I'll be sure to mention that to him upon my return. To his corpse, that is. I wish you a pleasant day. You too, thank you. Phew. Oh, I almost forgot. Allow me to give you a piece of advice. Advice? Akira draws close and whispers into my ear. She has seen through my disguise already. She will give me some meta advice here or something. Don't stick your nose too deep into things if you don't know about the island. It could seriously impact your life expectancy. What's that supposed to mean? I mean exactly what I said. Don't go snooping around too much. If you value your life, that is. Take care of yourself, Mr. Taro Higgins. Akira smiles and walks away. Oh boy, I was certain she saw right through me. What a nasty girl. I don't know, she looked quite nice. I mean, she looked ice cold, but quite nice still. Like I like a girl ice cold. Not as in corpse, but rather looking at me like I'm trash. You startled me there. I had completely forgotten about you. She has a bad attitude. Watch your back around her. No need to tell me, I'm always careful. Hey, do you feel any better now? Are you listening? I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh no. Ooh, who that now? Like all of the cute girls, they're just lining up to meet me, I guess. Are you alright? Do you need to throw up? A woman appears out of nowhere and touches Neneko's back. She's the killer. Like, she's the first nice-looking person. Like, not nice as in good-looking, but nice smile person. I see. So she has to be the killer. Eek! Neneko isn't used to being touched. Startled, she jumps up. I'm sorry, you don't like being touched, do you? Neneko suddenly reminds me of a beached whale. Damn, it's not a comparison you want to make to any woman whatsoever. She kicks my leg several times. I think she's trying to ask me to step in. Don't worry about her. She's not really a people person, and she was startled when you touched her. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do so. Are you her relative? I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Riehl Backstore. The name Riehl is weird because it sounds like real, as in R-E-A-L. Riehl. Riehl Backstore. Riehl Backstore. A real? What could Backstore be? Backstore. Backstore. B-Exter. Riehl Backs. Riehl Backstore. I don't know. Just trying to read into the names here. I'm Taro Higgins. This is my sister, Neneko Izumozaki. Mr. Higgins, the multimillionaire? It's a pleasure to meet you. No, I'm just his son-in-law. Would you happen to have a bag or something similar that I could use? I believe my darling sister's about to throw up. Will a plastic bag do? I also have some motion sickness pills. Maybe she should empty her stomach first. Here, Neneko, take this plastic bag. I'm not sure I could ever vomit into a plastic bag, by the way, or any bag for that matter. Vomiting is so disgusting. Oof. I did it a lot as a child. Ever since I was old, I would like vomit it maybe twice? Yeah, as a child I did it a lot, but as an adult I did it after getting my wisdom tooth pulled out. And that was incredibly disgusting because I vomited when I got home and tried to swallow some painkillers. And I just vomited all over the floor of my back then girlfriend's place, since she was closer to the dentist than... Well, basically my home was about 100 kilometers away, but she was still living back where like my home place basically, and I went to her afterwards and crashed at her place and I vomited all over her floor and the carpet. We were together for like years at that point already, so she didn't really mind that much, but still. And the second time when I vomited as an adult was after having too much to drink, basically, okay? Not something you want to elaborate any further. Riehl gives Neneko a plastic bag. She then starts rubbing Neneko's back, totally forgetting what I told her a minute ago, that she doesn't like to be touched, for fuck's sake, woman! Neneko doesn't seem to react this time, probably because she's too preoccupied on vomiting her stomach out. You're used to this, aren't you? Are you a doctor or a nurse? Always suspicious and mystery because they can kill and mask it? How did you know? You're right, you have a keen eye. I work as an internist at a small hospital in Washington. Internist? What do they do exactly? I'm impressed that you could figure that out. Are you a detective? Like internist as in internal organs? A specialist for that? Are you a detective? Oh, oops, nope. I'm just a regular white-collar worker, obviously. She's surprisingly perceptive. Well, maybe she was just perceptive of the fact that you are perceptive. Anyway, it's nice to finally see some friendly faces. This may sound rude, but almost everyone else on this ship is quite standoffish. Were you invited to come here? No, my uncle was invited to come on this trip. However, he suddenly became ill. Like all people that come here suddenly are ill, and everyone else comes in their stead. What about all of them died, and just all of the relatives thought, oh, let's investigate this weird-ass island. So we're all here for the same reason? Wouldn't that be a good twist? I came on his behalf instead. He told me that all travel and accommodation costs were taken care of, and that I would be staying at the famous Sir Raymond Louis Associate Mansion, I guess? Or Raymond Louis? My uncle is usually a cheapskate, but he was surprisingly generous this time, unusually so. Huh? Didn't you receive $10,000? $10,000? What are you talking about? We are an idiot, apparently. No, forget about it. So she didn't receive any money for expenses. Oh, now I'm becoming curious. Could I ask you a few questions? Yes, of course. I hope I can answer them. What is Louis Associé? About the origins of Shironagasu Island? About Sir Raymond? Let's just go top to bottom. What is this Louis Associé that you mentioned? Don't you know? Louis Associé is the name of the mansion and guest house built by Sir Raymond. Yes, I heard about it, but it totally slipped my mind. It's rumored to be like a 5-star hotel on an island in the middle of the ocean. Wow, that sounds great. Sounds great. It's not the first time I heard about this. Do you know anything about the origins of Shironagasu Island? The origins of Shironagasu Island? That's exactly what I asked you, girl, yes. I'm pretty sure I heard that the name is Japanese. Japanese, of course, I know it's Japanese. Of course, I forgot that you are Japanese. Do you know what Shironagasu means? Isn't Shiro like white? Something? Kuro is black, Shiro is white, if I remember correctly. Well, Shironagasu is the Japanese name of a whale species, but I'm not sure why the island was named after it. I think that came up in the last recording session, right? Shiro means white and Nagasu means long and tall. It might be called that because it's large and mostly white when seen from the ocean. Nagasu means a white, rather, long and tall. Nagasu penis. What she just said. So it's a whale species. But I forgot the joke earlier. Are you feeling any better, Niniko? Or do you need to vomit again? I can ask her again about the origins. I don't know what Shironagasu Island is like because I've never been there. Perhaps you should ask the other passengers. Yeah, I guess you're right. And Sir Raymond? I haven't met Sir Raymond yet. What about you, Riehl? Have you ever met him? No, I haven't. He's an extremely wealthy and powerful person who belongs to the upper echelons of society. Simply the thought of meeting someone like him is quite intimidating. Just a regular person. It's like meeting one of the Bogdanovs, I guess. I see. I'm sure that rich people have their own rich people problems, though. Okay. Even if I use my keyboard to choose the topics, my mouse is just gonna pop in. What is Sir Raymond like? To be honest, I don't know much about wealthy people. Are you really saying you never heard about Sir Raymond? I suddenly hear a man's voice. Oh my god. So Raymond comes from a family of aristocrats, but he has made most of his enormous wealth through the development of North Sea oil fields. He's amiable, but also has a mysterious side to him. A man wearing a white suit who reeks of alcohol appears. He probably had a few too many. Sorry for being late to the party. I'm Jacob Rutland. And you are... Riehl Backstore. Tara Higgins. Higgins? Ah, the man who managed to win the hearts of Higgins' only daughter? Eventually his enormous fortune will become yours, am I right? I have to admit it, you've done very well for yourself. It's not like that. I wasn't in it for the money. Huh, whatever you say. So this is your first time to Shironagasu Island? Indeed. Do you know anything about the origins of the island's name? Riehl and I were talking about it. Why it's called that? What a boring thing to talk about. Fierce battles once raged between the United States and Japan on the Aleutian Islands. Apparently when the Japanese saw the island, they thought it looked like a whale, so they named it Shironagasu Island. Of course the island has its own name, but that is kept secret. Sir Raymond is a cautious man, but who cares what the real name of the island is? Maybe it's like a demon where if you know the real name you can command it to do whatever you want. I couldn't care less about such trivia. I see, so it really was named after a whale. Were you really appointed as Higgins' representative? I'm not sure I believe you. What a thing to say. You don't look and act like an aristocrat. Well, I'm not like the perfect copy of my father-in-law, thank you very much. You did manage to gain Higgins' favor, so at least you don't lack the motivation. How did you learn about the island and what do you know about it? Why are you really here? Don't tell me you just came because... Don't tell me that you came just because of that boring letter. Blood or flesh? Which are you looking for on that island? Blood? Flesh? I'm... Going with what are you talking about is gonna out me as an outsider. And get out of here, outsider. They don't like that, right? So I'm gonna go for Flash, since Flash could be interpreted as I want to see cute girls. Flash. Flash? How surprising. To be honest, you don't strike me as a type. But there are two sides to every coin. You're right, Higgins. My dear fellow, there you are, Jacob. I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, a bespectable, obese man appears. He doesn't look that obese. I mean, he looks a little bit chubby, but his hemp suit looks tailor-made. I seriously doubt there are any store-bought clothes his size. Oh, come on. The man looks at Jacob in a furtive manner. What is it, Thomas? Don't interrupt me now. I'm having an important conversation with this gentleman. But, you still have to tell me about it. About your huge win at that casino in Macau. Please, Jacob. Macau? Oh, yes, I almost forgot about that. Alright, come with me. I'll tell you about it over a few drinks. Seemed like a code word for don't talk anymore. Mr. Higgins, you'll have to excuse me. Let's continue our conversation soon. You'll understand what I was talking about when we get to the island. But I already know what you were talking about, of course. I won't spoil all the fun. Jacob ends our conversation and leaves with Thomas. Too bad, I almost learned more about the island. Thomas definitely knows more than he's letting on. He tried to interrupt my conversation with Jacob on purpose, yeah. What a boisterous person. I don't think I'll be able to get along with him. I run into people like him all the time. Looks like Naniko just emptied her entire stomach. From the look of it, she ate the large cake platter before sneaking onto the ship. And is that corn? She was probably trying to keep it all inside while Jacob and Thomas were here. Are you okay, Naniko? I'll bring you some water. Blood or flesh? Mr. Higgins was talking about organs. Does that have anything to do with this? This is really vague. I have no idea what they're keeping hidden on that island. I wonder what it is. I need to uncover the truth about Shironagasu Island. I light up a cigarette. The smoke is blown away by the Bering Sea's strong wind and immediately dissolves into the grey clouds. We've been sailing for quite some time. We should arrive at Shironagasu Island soon, though. Huh? Oh, there she is. Feeling any better, Naniko? She really shouldn't be out here. Or maybe she should. Is it good to be outside with her, like if you're seasick, or is it bad? Because if you can maybe take a look at the waves and maybe you can level yourself better? Yeah, a bit. Music is very dark and foreboding. Riehl gave me some motion sickness tablets. Did they help? Also, it's really too hot on board. It's good to hear. Alright, I forgot to tell you something. What is it? When we arrive at the island, you will officially be my assistant. Everything about the island is important. That's why I need you to keep your eyes and ears open and remember everything. Don't make any excuses saying that you don't feel well. Stay alert. You're exaggerating. I'm very serious. We will try to discover the mystery of the island. Our lives may be in danger. But if you do your best as my assistant, I'll do my best to protect you. I'm ready for anything. Deal? Is the island that dangerous? Probably. Oh, now I wish I hadn't followed you. Alright, I'll memorize everything. I'll do my utmost best as your assistant. Alright, remember, we're in the same boat. Literally, right now. We'll have to have each other's back. Partner? That sounds a bit awkward. Is that Shironagasu Island? Huh? Can you see it? Is it white? Like a whale? The shape of an island slowly pierces through the grey clouds. Oh, yeah. Is that Shironagasu Island? Doesn't look like a blue whale to me. Oh, a blue whale, wasn't it? Wait, Shiro is white. You're right. Well, we're definitely heading there, so that has to be Shironagasu Island. Looks like we're finally here. What are they hiding on that island? Is there a demon or a serpent? Whatever they're up to there, going to get to the bottom of it. Gonna dig it all up, like a corpse. Or maybe two corpses.